Hey, welcome to another episode of Huddle Up with Mark the Fun Coach. I'm Mark Duncan. Today's episode, I want to talk about how you can turn a no into a positive. So, yes, for the very first time ever, I am addressing hearing the word no when you make an ask. First, let me tell you why I don't typically talk about hearing no. If you have been in any of my workshops, or if you worked with me as a client, or you've heard me say this before, I firmly believe that getting a no is very unlikely if you do all the right things. So oftentimes I talk about this book that I read called The Complete Guide to Fundraising Management by Stanley Weinstein. And in that book, he talks about uh, how to describe successful fundraising. I call it the 6 rights of relationship fundraising. And that is simply this: relationship fundraising, when it is successful, is when the right person is asking the right prospect to support the right project for the right amount at the right time and in the right way. Okay. All of these rights are actually the ways we should be approaching any major decision. In fact, we do this innately. We do this when we're making decisions about buying a home. We do this when we're making decisions about who we're going to spend the rest of our lives with, right? Real deep decisions are usually examined very well to make sure that everything is right. And so, when you look at it from a fundraising perspective, that is how you should be approaching each individual that you are beginning to develop a relationship with. You need to make sure that they're the right prospect, that you're approaching them for the right project, and that you are the right person to be asking for that gift. And you're asking for the right amount at the right time and in the right way. So if you get a no, it's likely because one of these rights, one or more of these rights, is missing. Okay. Sometimes we can, in our haste to get to the ask, perhaps because we want to get the money in the door quick, or we just want to get it over with, we tend not to do the work that needs to be done leading up to the ask to make sure everything goes smoothly. Because typically, what I say is that if you're going to ask for a gift and you do it right, you're going to get one of 3 responses. You're going to get a yes, or you're going to get, well, I can't do that, but I can do this, which is sort of a counter. Or you'll get, well, I need time to think about it. And so you give them that time to think about it. You revisit the conversation. The likelihood is that they're going to give you a gift. That is 9 times out of 10. That's what's going to happen if you do all of the right things. You're going to get a gift. If you get a no, it's because one of those rights is missing. So, how do you deal with that? First of all, do not take it personally. Okay. This isn't about you, it is about something that you may have missed. And it may just be that there's not a strong connection or match with your mission. Okay. So, this may not be the right project, may not even be the right organization, right? These are things that you need to think about. But they're not saying no to you. They're saying no to the project. They're saying no to the mission. And the other thing is, a no typically means not now, right? Which leads to at the right time. This may be the wrong time to ask for that gift. And so, how do you deal with that? First of all, You're just going to remain positive. You're going to thank them for their time. You're going to keep the door open for future conversations. Because again, as I said, a no doesn't mean no. It usually means not now. So your job is to maintain this relationship going forward, keeping the door open, continuing to maintain contact with them. Maybe not as regularly as you would a person who has given a large gift, but you're certainly going to maintain contact with them because an opportunity may present itself for all of those rights to fall into alignment. And so you need to be patient. And the next time you meet with them, instead of asking for that gift, ask for advice, ask for feedback. In fact, one of the things you can do after you get the no, and it could be right then and there, or it could be a little down the road, what could I have done differently? Is there anything that was missing from our conversations? Ask for that feedback. Most people will give it to you, and they'll be honest, right? And the likelihood, again, it will have nothing to do with you. It will have everything to do with the timing, or it may be the wrong project, or maybe you didn't solicit them in the right way. Maybe you needed to have their spouse involved. These are things that you can determine as you're determining those 6 rights. So when you're making sure that you have the right prospect, make sure all elements are included in that prospect's decision making, which could include a partner, a spouse, or otherwise, somebody else who has to weigh in, right? These are things you have to think about as you move through this. So don't be afraid of a no. You can turn this no into a positive every single time. And you can learn from it. That is probably the most important thing that you will take from this is what can you learn from that no? I was very fortunate throughout my career in fundraising that I got very few no's. Very few. Because I did learn quickly that I had to make sure that I managed my pace in a way that I hit all 6 of those rights. Sometimes I had to speed up. Sometimes I had to have to slow down to follow the donor's lead. One of the things I often say in this process of relationship fundraising is that you should look at your donor as a driver and you as the GPS. Your job, you are to stay focused on the destination, and your donor's job may feel as though they're in control, and you want them to feel that way. And if they happen to veer off the path that you set, do what a GPS does, recalibrate, and make sure you stay focused on the destination. So if you get a no, no means not now. And it also gives you an opportunity for you to maintain that relationship, learn from it, get feedback from them so that you know what not to do next time with them, and perhaps next time with others. So I hope this is helpful to you. Again, if you do all of these things correctly, you're not going to get a no. You're not going to get a no. You're going to get a gift. But if you happen to get a no, that is okay. They're not saying no to you. They're saying no to the opportunity. And they're likely meaning that no is not now. So I hope this is helpful to you. Again, if you have any questions or would like to chat, feel free to schedule a complimentary coaching session with me. You can do that in the link below this video, or if you go to my website, thefundcoach.com, and in the upper right-hand corner, you're going to see a green button, and you're going to click that and you can schedule your session there. If you're watching this video and you don't happen to be watching it through email, you may be watching this on YouTube, and you want to subscribe to the Huddle Up series, that link is below as well. So I hope this is helpful to you. Again, everything that you need to do is right at your fingertips to be successful at this relationship fundraising thing. Because at the end of the day, fundraising is not about the dollars. It is about what the dollars do for the people that you serve. Thanks, and we'll see you next time.